Hi Scorpio, I hope that you all are doing well. Before we get into this, I would like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. So I'm looking at Neptune popping out, maybe a theme. Maybe there's some prominent Neptune Pisces energy in your chart. Maybe this is something that we're learning to work with. For some, this has to do with a sense of mysticism, psychic abilities I'm getting. Channeling specifically for some. Scorpio. I'm seeing you waiting for something. For some of you, I'm actually getting waiting for a package to arrive. For some of you, there may be a waiting time needed. It's like you want to make a plan, but you know that you can't yet for whatever reason. It's like there's missing information or it's not time yet, but you know it's something that you want to do. I'm seeing. For some of you, I'm seeing you actually thinking about this. It's like if you've been thinking about, for example, making a move. It's like your lease isn't going to be up for 6 more months, and so you need to wait like 2 more months. This is just an example until you like start planning this out. It's something like that. It's like you know that you want to plan, but you still have to wait a little bit because some things need to fall into place still. I'm seeing Scorpio. For some of you, there could be something new that you're getting involved in, whether this is a project or this is something to do with another person, someone you want to be mindful to set boundaries with. I'm seeing specifically someone channeling messages from their guides. Channeling messages, waiting for a message. It's like for some of you, I'm seeing specifically when I was talking about that plan of knowing you need to wait prior to like making a more solid plan. I'm seeing you're waiting on information to come through from your guides specifically. I'm seeing it's like you know that there's more that you need to meditate on, like there are more messages that you're going to be getting. For some of you as well, I'm seeing that there's work that you're doing in relation to like some sort of creative venture that you've started, and you're trying to figure out what's going to allow you to feel compensated for the work that you're doing. It's like something that you're trying to figure out here. It has to do with some sort of creative or artistic expression. And about not cutting yourself short when it comes to like an asking price or asking for what you deserve. I'm getting something like that. Maybe because of something you're doing too, you're gaining some sort of popularity and people want to come through and work with you or somehow be involved, but I'm seeing you be wary of these energies because you know that it's just going to sabotage what you're working on. And I'm seeing you need to create a barrier. It's just about having boundaries. Also being patient with these energies as well. It's like you can be compassionate when you're setting boundaries because you're not worried about people interfering with what you're doing. I'm looking at Sagittarius. This can be you with yourself here. This could be like you not sabotaging something that you're working on. It's like making sure that you're actually asking for what you deserve. What you deserve, what you expect. It's like the more you know where you stand and how to set boundaries for yourself to allow yourself the creative freedom that you need. I'm seeing you step into a place where you feel really good about what you're communicating, and you feel like things are finally balancing out for you. For some of you, this is energetically in a connection that you have with someone. For others, this is a project that you've been working on that you were waiting to see if you, like, things would balance out financially. I'm seeing there also be, for those of you that are starting some sort of project or you've been working on something creatively, it's about feeling okay doing things independently on your own and not allowing people to interfere with what you're doing just because you don't want to be alone. It's about like really vibing with your own energy here. And if someone doesn't feel supportive or encouraging of your journey, it's like not keeping them around because you don't want to be alone. I'm getting that as a big thing here, because you know that if you allow these energies in, you're not only going to still continue to feel alone, this is also going to disrupt something that you've been working on. And Spirit is definitely bringing this to your attention. I'm hearing precious. Something that you're working on is precious. You could have found out that somebody you were with that you thought was supportive of you at one point in time actually is not. And you know it's time to move away from this person. Again, there's something about feeling fearful of being on your own. But I'm seeing that you're aware of this energy. It's just about calling it out. And I'm not particularly seeing an ending here. It's more so like boundaries that are needed. Because maybe this person has some stuff going on and you don't feel like it's hindering what you're doing enough to actually cut them out of your life, and you're still trying to like maintain some type of relationship with them. But I'm seeing healing that you're doing. So like things are going to balance out the more patient you are, the more you're working within this cycle. And what's going to come to fruition is you feeling like you've completed things independently, feeling good about what you're working on. I'm hearing the ways that you're moving your energy, Scorpio. It's like the way you're feeling your energy, expressing it, maneuvering within it. And I'm seeing something change as well with your interpersonal relationships. It's like I'm getting this notion of cutting out superficial relationships because you want strong bonds with those around you. And it's like you're not willing to compromise anymore, the things you don't want to compromise, because you want to be in a space where you feel supported. And I'm seeing you clearing out cycles with people that you know it's come time. It's like I'm hearing overgrown. It's like you've grown out of these cycles and you're ready to clear the energy out. I'm looking at Aquarius. I'm hearing Libra so strongly. I'm looking at Sagittarius. I'm looking at Gemini. And I mean, we are looking at the Queen of Swords, which is Libra energy. So, I'm seeing you put the focus on the work that you're doing right now. Studying, focusing on work, your job, the role that you're stepping into. I'm also hearing fulfilling. Ooh, I'm seeing a rug here. The rug has some type of finish. It's like where the seams are, it's a rectangular rug. I guess rugs can be different shapes, so it's a rectangular rug, but it's like on the ends I'm seeing there being like some sort of stitching and like tassels on each end opposite from one another. I'm seeing that specifically. Maybe a clue for someone. Balancing out the workflow, relationship flow. I'm seeing a lesson that we're completing. I'm seeing you feel like you're really, I'm hearing gaining momentum and also stability at work. It's like something that you're doing, you feel really in harmony with this role that you're fulfilling when it comes to your job. I'm also hearing at peace. For some of you, there's definitely a relationship that you have at work with someone that that you may be becoming closer with. For some of you, this could be someone you're married to. For others, this is a partner that you're also working with. It's like there's somehow an interrelatedness between an interpersonal relationship and also you at work. It's really interesting too. I'm getting it like the more that you're focusing on yourself and things going on in the 3D when it comes to like your job, taking care of the home, things like that, it's like also helping you to see your relationships more clearly as well. I'm seeing a lot of introspection that we're doing. Maybe you've also disengaged from some relationships because you kind of needed to zoom out. So maybe this is also about learning, as I said in the beginning, it's like learning that workflow relationship balance. It's balancing out, yeah, I'm looking at Libra popping out here, balancing out your relationships and also what is going on for you at work and finding that stable middle ground for yourself. I'm looking at Virgo, Libra, and Saturn. So, I'm seeing someone. I'm looking at your energy, Scorpio. I'm seeing someone come through and tell you how they feel about you. Remember, energies can always be reversed. Someone that you see to be balanced, someone that is intuitive like you, but they may have a type of complementary energy. This person would perceive you as being very in touch, creative, empathetic, intuitive, nurturing. They would see you as the Queen of Cups. Maybe it's also been quite a feat to get to a place where you were feeling... I'm getting a lot of healing energy. I'm seeing a lot of blue here. Maybe stuff with the throat chakra that we've learned to clear out. It's like being able to express and communicate what you're feeling, what's going on. Developing your discernment in a way where it's like you know how and when you need to protect your energy versus when is it okay for you to be more vulnerable, when are you safe to express what you're feeling. I'm seeing a sense of ease as well, like a lot of free flowing, a lot of blocks that you're clearing, Scorpio. This is such a happy reading. It's like you're working on your happiness and what's going to allow you to feel fulfilled. I'm getting that this both has to do with work and also your interpersonal relationships. It's like something that you're doing, working, like these two components working in tandem with one another. It's like you're also working on being much more reflective as well when it comes to your relationships. You're feeling happy and satisfied at work as well. For some of you, it's this notion of like finding where you belong, finding a position that resonates with you and feeling like you're in the right place as far as work that you're doing. And I'm seeing a lesson that you're learning with grounding. A lesson that you're learning about not only not being reactive, it's like feeling like you're really in control. It's like no matter what is going on, you feel a sense of stability, and it's not because you're ignoring your feelings, it's because you're learning how to manage them and really elevating yourself because of that. It's like knowing you don't need to get the last word in or be reactive, and also knowing what is a waste of your energy, like when it comes to other people trying to trigger you. I'm seeing like a really beautiful, elevated emotional energy here. Like someone that is really, really getting a hold of like what's going on in their auric field, what's going on emotionally, and how they want to go about like pursuing things when it comes to their emotions. And I'm seeing someone come through, and I'm looking at like very, very, a very, very good flow of energy between this masculine and feminine, because I'm looking at the King of Cups delivering a message to the Queen of Cups. So this would be like a masculine energy coming through to speak about feelings. I'm also hearing a relationship with a feminine figure. Feminine, masculine does not refer to any gender specifically. If one identifies with a particular gender, it's just speaking solely about the energy. But yeah, I'm seeing somebody that really understands what's going on emotionally for them and has really learned to manage and ground what's going on, and I'm seeing them come through and deliver a message, something that you've waited for. I'm waited for hearing from this person. They needed to clear out cycles, I'm seeing. Like, there were transformations that this person needed to go through. I'm hearing on a larger scale. Yeah, and I'm seeing this go so successfully. It was like there were cycles that they needed to push through and come out on the other side of before they could step towards you. But I'm seeing them finally make it. It's like they finally arrive at the location that they've been striving to reach. And there's a huge overall sense of balance that I'm seeing within here, Scorpio. It's a very, very beautiful, harmonious type of energy that I'm looking at. So I'm looking at Saturn at the top. I'm looking at Virgo, Libra. I'm looking at you, Scorpio. I'm looking at Jupiter and Cancer. 18:18 on the time. Okay, friends, we are going to end it here. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for joining. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.